see if it makes it higher. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And I had to bail him out of jail this morning. That did happen. I had to pick up Jay's belongings from the jailhouse this morning along with him.
Yeah, it was a crazy yesterday, guys. Whoa. I felt like commercial for the back in those DVD days where it was like
I got nothing. You sound like like the lawnmower man right now. You're all
well, then turn off the recording thing.
It's not the recording thing, it's your internet.
No, it's not. My internet's like hitting at over 100.
That doesn't make any sense. Hang on.
Let me leave and come back in and see if it fixes it.
Okay.
What the fuck is it?
Top-notch stuff here as always, guys. Just the best. The best of the best. It's all you get with WWAM. Just the best. Top quality, everything. Top to bottom. There's no question about it. We spared no expense. Let me see here. Oh, you still look like doo-doo diapers. Hang on. Well, F me in the A.
I don't know. It's doing this weird thing with the recordings thing. I don't know. Every time I'm coming in, it's saying something about recordings.
Yeah, that's just the new thing. That has nothing to do with the stream. Because mine would be messy too then. Because that's just recording what we're.
I just had to run in with the cops. I don't need to have my shit recorded.
I think it's getting better now. Maybe it's just like a noon thing for your internet. Anyway, I will let you explain to these people what you've been doing at night that led to a SWAT team showing up at your house yesterday.
Won't you shut up? Won't you just shut up? Nothing happened.
You're pervert.
Nothing happened. I was selling the high seas and maybe looking at some like fucking films that I shouldn't have been. Like, I don't know. No, that's literally what I thought happened. I literally so I was sitting here and all of a sudden these cops ran in like it was fucking Speed, the movie. And I was like, what the shit is that? And they were coming in hard, too. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I swear to God, the first thing that flashed in my head is that DVD commercial where it's like, you wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal a handbag. Piracy is a crime. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it's really happening. And then they ran down the hallway and they were like banging on the door of the apartment next to me and screaming at him like, we know you're in there. The apartment complex surrounded. You're not going anywhere. Come on. And they kept on doing it. I'm like, holy shit. And I didn't even know, like, I didn't know anything. It really, I had like several missed messages from April who was trying to like tell me, hey, there's fucking cops. And I wasn't like, we were recording, so I wasn't looking at my phone. And she was trying to open the door, but the door's weird. So you have to lift the handle up to come in and not down. So it's like a messed up clock. And then finally I was like, oh shit. And she's like, we got to get out. And I was like, oh, and I was going to the bathroom to pee. And I heard a bang on our door. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she opened the door and the cop was like, gotta get out. And the guy looked like Ernie Hudson, like he looked like Winston. And I was like, Winston? And we ran outside, dude. I felt like I was kind of like a fan, dude. I felt like I was a fan. I was like, I watch all your body cam videos on YouTube. It's really a big deal. Are you recording? I want to see all of your body cam footage. It's going to be awesome. It was. So anyway, but the reality of what happened is, the lady that lived next door to us, she just moved in like a month and a half ago. She was, I think it's her. She's in connection with a murder that happened in November at our karaoke bar that we used to jam in like a long time ago. That's what it's all about. That's what they were there for. But that was what it was.
Yeah, like that's what we're guessing, right? We don't know for sure, but they're like, if you look at the news, they just arrested 3 people who were ironically involved in a crime, a murder, allegedly, that took place at some place Jay and I used to always hang out.
Yeah, one of them was picked up in Ohio, another one was picked up in another state, and then this lady. But yeah, it was funny, dude, because I literally was at Mike's house when we were doing a recording that we were doing the commentary for The Substance, and I was talking about like, I'm gonna think about doing a noise complaint on them. I'm glad I didn't, because they also found a fucking 45 shell casing in the apartment. So they had a fucking gun.
Yeah.
So
10 minutes, like, man. 10 minutes.
Killer Neighbors is the new documentary that's going to be coming out soon.
Yeah. But did you say there was like helicopters and stuff too?
Yeah, there was one helicopter circling around. It was fucking, dude, and it was like the cop that was out
10
there.
minutes.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot.
Well, we'll just watch the trailers then.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is an exciting day. This is about police activity and doing the job. But no, yeah, they had a helicopter circling around, and then there was a cop up there that was like, he's like, well, you guys can get out of the parking lot if you want, or if you can. I'm like, I don't know, dude. There's like 17 friggin' like cop cars blocking. He's like, well, you might be able to get around and get up on the curb. I'm like, no, I'll just sit in the car. He's like, and he was like, all right, well, just put your dog in the car and warm up, and then we'll let you know what happens afterwards. And that was it. They brought in riot shields. They had like the big banger thing that knocked the door down. And I was like, you guys not check with the property manager, just get the key, and then somebody came with the key.
Did you guys so was it the person actually living there that committed the murder? Allegedly?
They were involved in some way. I think it was I think what I read online was they were I don't know what the actual legal definition, but like not conspiracy to commit murder. I think maybe it was that. Like they were involved in some kind of cover up or something with it.
Yeah, it's crazy that the murder we think had happened took place right at the karaoke place that Jay and I hang out all the time. Where we filmed the Deadpool review is where that happened. Yeah. It's a small world. And you guys were living next to someone who helped murder someone. So good thing you didn't call and complain.
That's what I was saying. That's why I said I'm glad I didn't do it, because that would have been awful. Because again, I don't know. April was like literally listening out the door, trying to get all this juicy scoop. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And then there was somebody like one of the cops was like, "Yo, we found a 45 shell casing," which I guess was the weapon or one of the gun that killed the guy.
Absolute insanity, dude.
But I walked around the apartment last night. Well, I walked around last night when I was taking Buster out for a walk, and I was looking in their window and stuff. It looked trash, dude. Like they had gone through and like done everything possible for anything.
Joe said, so what you're telling me is Joe said, so what you're telling me is there's an apartment to rent.
Yeah, if you guys want to move in, I'm sure it's available.
You should move in there and see if they have
I
better
bet that
internet.
lady probably like, can I get my security deposit back or what?
Yeah, you should go over there and see if they have a better internet connection.
No, my internet connection is great. It's T-Mobile Gateway.
Oh shit. Yeah, dude, I still can't believe that happened. Like my first thought was this is hilarious because I'm sure it has nothing to do with you. And then my second thought was, oh, what if there's an active shooter and I'm laughing about it and they're like in your apartment complex. And then my third thought was, what if someone swatted us?
I didn't even think about that because that could have been a possibility. I don't know. That would have sucked. I wouldn't know. I would literally, that would have been it. I would have just been pooping my pants. But then again, I'd be like, we're alive. If you want to come in and say hello. Like I said, I'm a big fan of you guys. Like, can I touch your shield? I did. April was like, it's like, you should take a picture with him. I was like, no, I don't do that. I was like, can I take a picture with you?
like the Super Troopers was like,
yeah, I was like, yeah, go ahead, get down here. I was excited. I kept on wanting to go out and talk to him and stuff. I felt like I wanted to be a part of the action. Like, can I hold battering ram thing?
When you guys called me, I heard the cop talking, like asking questions and stuff, and I was like, this is crazy. I was like, I seen who did it. I watched it. I got it on live stream. I actually got to go back and look at that video and see if in the reflection I could see the cop's feet running behind you on your toys. Like, no, you can see.
Oh yeah, dude. I literally just looked up and saw like 5 of them rushing in.
What timing, man? It's like, hey, thanks for the cliffhanger.
Yeah, I was listening to it too, and I was like, are they coming down here to where my apartment is, or are they going upstairs? And when I heard them going down the stairs, I was like, dude, if they come to the door, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Hey, dude, do me a favor, because I mean, if it is this recording thing, I'm gonna have to stop the stream and start it again, because you're like you can barely see you at all right now. Will you test your speed and just see if it's that before I have to start?
Yeah, I did. Recording? I just tested it. It's a 161.
That's insanity. I don't understand.
Let me do it again. I'll do it again while we're talking, and I'll give you the exact. Oh, it's like, oh, dude, it's like super fast. It's like, it's still going. That's what she said. It's 157.7 on download.
That's insane. Because yeah, it's not even like even your words are like sound like they're coming through a robot sometimes. Camelot, is Jay good on your alls? Is he not blurry at all? Is he not going in and out for you guys? I know you can see him. I could see him, but he's just super blurry.
Upload's 2.23 though.
They say it looks fine to them. That's so. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, if it
Lots
looks and sounds fine to you guys, that's all that matters.
Interference.
I don't need to see you.
That's fine. I don't care.
Oh, Scream.
I can see you. I can see you fine.
Yeah, no, like mine's fine. Like mine's the same as it always is.
I don't know.
Kind of staticky.
I don't know.
This is weird. All right, well, hopefully it'll get better. Fuck me. All right, let's see here. I think what was supposed to happen was at noon, the Monkey trailer was going to come out today, but I don't know if it did. Because last time they were supposed to release it, we talked about this before. They were supposed to release it, but someone said that there's a kill in there that involves people on fire, and they didn't want to release it while everything was going on in LA. But I mean, it's still going on, so maybe they edited it. I don't know. Oh shit! Oh my god! No way! This is not true. There is no way that this is true.
What? You should have played that when the cops were raiding.
That was the scene afterwards, dude. I'm reading this. I'm making sure this isn't coming from a parody account or anything. But Disgusting Film via Deadline just posted that Joel McHale from Community has been cast as Sydney's husband in Scream 7.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he watches people fuck his wife. That's for sure.
Oh, dude, that makes no sense at all. Like it's Patrick Dempsey, right? Like he's the one she calls in Scream 5, and it's like Mark's with the kids. It's been talked about for months now that Patrick Dempsey's in talks to return to probably play a major role in Scream 7, and no one can figure out why they didn't just announce, hey, how come he hasn't signed on yet? How come Patrick Dempsey McDreamy hasn't signed on yet? And now they say it's Joel McFucking Hale.
Yeah. God, dude, look how quick this guy is. No one is watching this 1 minute ago. I thought Patrick Bateman was her husband. Oh my God. It's like somebody just subscribed to say shit.
Dude,
I have no idea what vibes they're going for at this point.
Kenobi said, bro is one of the Ghostface 100%.
He looks like it, yeah.
What happened?
Not canon.
Like, what the hell happened to Patrick Dempsey, dude? That, I mean, I just assumed that it was he wanted to make sure he got to read the script first. I don't know if it was a money thing with Patrick Dempsey or what, but Joel McHale's a weird fucking choice. Is he supposed to play are we supposed to believe this is Dempsey now from Scream 3? Because we know that's who Sydney was married to and had kids with.
Maybe they're doing a multiverse.
I don't like this. This doesn't make any sense, dude. This makes no sense.
Par for the course. Scream 7 is going to be a big hit.
God, it's what's so funny about this, dude. Hey, dude, you say that like 5 and 6 weren't huge box office hits.
They sucked. They sucked big.
I know you didn't like it, but most people did.
No, they didn't.
Listen,
it was a lie.
This doesn't make any sense, dude. Where's the actual story? I gotta find the story and see if there's any more like addition to that, because that's batshit. And dude, we had all these people, like all these scoopers or whatever, like, no, he signed on. I hear he signed on. And like talking about Dempsey, I wonder if McHale's going to be the opening kill. I just doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes sense unless they divorced and now he's remarried and maybe he's a dick and then he does end up.
Well, that would be the simple explanation. She just divorced him and then she remarried, and it takes place a few years after Scream 6.
Maybe. Oh God, yeah. I don't know.
That's the easiest way to do it. That's how you have to do it. If Patrick Dempsey's like, I'm not going to be involved in that project anymore. I got things to do, like rely on my 80s memorabilia. So I'm not going to be a part of it. And then they cast Joel McHale and they're like, yeah, it takes place like 10 years after, 5 years after. I don't know. They time jump.
I feel like I'm being punked right now.
I don't know. I like Joel McHale. He's fine.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it. He's so TV showy. You know, there's just something about that just does not.
Doesn't he normally do comic book conventions and like host that and like do like moderators? Like I feel like I always see him doing moderation for like comic conventions or something.
Maybe it's just that he looks like Ryan Seacrest.
He does look like that same. Like, yeah, he definitely looks like he was like part of the TRL crew.
Yeah, Camelot Film says that Dempsey got the bag for Thanksgiving too. Maybe that could be it. Maybe Thanksgiving 2. The two things didn't run together. Man, I always think of Community, and I think of Ted when he farts on his first date with a girl after she leaves, and he's like, "Oh, thank God." So
I don't know. I don't think I ever watched the Community.
Community was funny.
I just know him from
the comic
book convention. Oh yeah. I don't know.
JK says Stu Macher's also been cast in Scream 7. Buddy, I wish Matthew
No
Lillard. I wish that was the
way.
news today. Hey, maybe McHale will be awesome. I don't know. I don't mind Joel McHale. It's not that I don't like him. God.
Well, like I said, if a simple explanation for it was just they do a time jump in Scream 7. That's it. That's all they got to do.
Okay, now everybody is saying that you are blurry. It's not just me.
All of a sudden. What the
No,
fuck?
this was back when I asked. I just didn't see those yet. Oh, here's the actual story.
Well, I'm going to do the internet speed test again, see where we're at. Yeah, dropped a little bit, but it's still over 130. I don't know what the fuck
is it
going
maybe
on.
the upload scene? Did you say the upload was like at like a 2?
Yeah, but I don't know how the upload would have any problem with it.
Okay, so let's see. Exclusive from Deadline.
The internet's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me leave. Let me come back in real quick.
All right, shake it and put your finger in it again.
I'm really gonna get mad at it because hold
on. All right, so okay, so that answers the question. Exclusive Scream franchise Final Girl Sidney Prescott has a husband, and it's not Detective Mark Kincaid of Scream 3, as has been speculated online. Okay, that's not really a speculation online. I mean, she called him on the phone, but then again, now that I think about it, I mean, he could have just been watching the kids. There are his kids, maybe they're his kids. This is his stepdad, but I'm pretty sure I heard someone refer to Mark as like her husband. Like, how's Mark with the kids? I don't know. I'll have to go back and check. Maybe somebody can fact check that for me. But set to play her spouse, Mark Evans, in Scream 7 is none other than Joel McHale. What the fuck? His name's Mark too? Oh, you guys just watched me get that live in real time. These tricky bastards. You know what they did? Do you know what they did? They literally, that's so sneaky. They casted a new guy. The new guy's name's also Mark. We all just assumed Mark was Detective Kincaid, but it's been this fucking guy the whole time. That is actually pretty cheeky. You got to give it up to the, you got to give it up to the, that's pretty good production work on the back end there. I do want to know why he didn't come back. I mean, there are more than one person in the world named Mark, so I guess it's on us for assuming that was that Mark, right? It's kind of cute, but yeah, Mark is a pretty common name. If his name was, Geppetto Hassan Halgib, then I get why that would be weird, but that's what they did. Holy crap, that makes sense. Hey, I think you look better.
All right, well, that hopefully will fix things.
Did you comb your hair?
No, I literally almost broke the fucking thing. No, I did. They're gonna call the cops again because it sounded like I was murdering somebody in my fucking living room because I was screaming at it while I was doing it. I was like, "Why don't you just fucking work? What time? What?" Dude, that's another thing too. I was like, because April was like, she's like, when the cops were busting through the door, not our door, but she's like, she's like, how loud were you and Mike? And I'm like, I was like, that's true, dude. We were just yelling some butt fuckery and shit.
I doubt that they called the SWAT team because we were being loud on our street.
Well, I don't know what I said because I was like, I fucking kill that guy.
I see what you're saying now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I see what you're saying now. So we just detective this too. We figured this out. So it's not the same character. It's not Mark Kincaid. This guy's name is Mark Evans. So even though that they were definitely hinting that she was talking to her husband McDreamy from Scream 3 on the phone in Scream 5, because they called him Mark several times. Whatever happened, whether it was money or a script or whatever, they couldn't get Patrick Dempsey back, so they just hired another dude and said, "No, this is Mark too, but his name is Mark Evans." That's who she was talking to, not Scream 3 Mark. That's pretty clever. I'm not gonna lie.
Samson, I was way off. Well, man. I guess it is Patrick Dempsey's going to go and do that Thanksgiving too, so that does make sense. Maybe he didn't have time to come back and do it.
Yeah, I don't see Sidney Prescott as much of a Joel McHale guy. I see her as more of like a serious grizzled detective kind of guy. But we'll see. Maybe I know he's jacked. I know Joel McHale's jacked now. I saw him in a movie, like a horror movie a couple of years ago, and.
Yeah, but he really
made
he
me
does
feel
look
weird.
like a buddy cop guy. Like he just looks like the comedy relief in like in a buddy cop film.
100%. Yeah, it's weird, but we'll see. Hey, I'm gonna keep my mind open and my butt cheeks. I'm gonna keep those open too. Hey, that monkey trailer came out. Let's watch it. I guess that counts, right? I mean, even though we knew it was gonna come out, I can still just for fun.
Who's the?
Didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's all. I love that because actually the music is good. Who's the guy? What's this about though? Is this the Robbie Williams thing?
No. This is The Monkey is directed by Oz Perkins, who directed Long Legs, directed Black Coat's Daughter. It's based off a Stephen King short story from Graveyard Shift, not Graveyard Shift, or Six Graveyard Stories, some shit like that. One of his short story collections. I read the book. I read the short actually a couple weeks ago because I thought the first list looks amazing. I love Oz Perkins as a director, and the book was. Have you ever read that one?
What?
The Monkey by Stephen King, the short story.
Is it the monkey or monkey? Monkey Shines is the only thing I remember, but no, I don't think.
No, Monkey Shines was just a Romero movie. It doesn't have any connection.
No, I didn't read it then. Well, maybe I did. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good short story though. Okay, let's see. 22 minutes ago. This is the right one. Let's see it together, everyone! Yay! The Monkey.
Oh.
The Monkey. Now, Silent Bob. Now. Here we go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Everything's fine.
Oh, that's odd. I don't remember locking this.
You wouldn't have to remember if my aunt had a wind-up toy monkey at the yard sale.
Oh, not a cherished childhood memory now, was it?
Oh, shit.
Saw 2 goodness right there.
The coroner said it was an accident, but it was no accident. It was a monkey.
It was my dick.
My twin brother and I found something that loved to kill. I did everything I could to make it go the fuck away. But
stop playing with your monkey, idiot.
Hello, brother. Bill, the monkey that likes killing our family. It's back. It must be vanquished. Why don't you vanquish it, huh, Bill?
Like that. He says vanquish.
Wait. We have been chosen to witness its power over life and death in its most devious ways.
Shots are pretty.
It's a toy monkey.
Yeah.
It's evil. It's basically the devil.
It's basically the devil. It sounds like Napoleon Dynamite. It's basically the devil.
And that's life.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, dude. You see the finger?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be awesome, dude. I'm telling you, that's going to be so cool.
It's a day before my birthday, too. Woo-wee. That's not a good sign. That's I guess it's about a bad luck monkey. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, like so in the book, in the short story or whatever, basically his dad finds this monkey, he goes missing, and long story short, yeah, the monkey gets found and it keeps coming back. And every time it comes back, someone in their life that they love, like violently dies in like horrific, really mean ways. In the book, it's like kids and stuff like that too, and everything. But they can't get rid of it. So it's super simple. Dude, I'm really excited for this movie because A, it's gonna have a ton of kills in it. Like even the posters, like this movie's gonna have so many kills in it. And B, it's gonna be fun to see Osgood Perkins do his thing, but like in a fun, non-slow burn fashion. It seems like he wants to get away from like Long Legs and stuff and just have a little fun in the horror universe. And I think that's gonna be really cool to see.
Yeah, it looks fun. Yeah, it definitely looks like a movie that's gonna not take itself too seriously, just have over gratuitous death scenes, which is always a good thing. I mean, it's literally about a bad luck monkey that kills people. I mean, you can't do much with that except have fun with it. So it's good. I like it.
Yeah, and dude, man, some of those shots, like not only do you get the awesome cinematography for like one of those neon films and Osgood Perkins films or whatever, but like now we're gonna get it with the fun and the death and all that stuff, dude. There was like, I don't want to go through it too closely because they showed a lot. That guy's face. The El Rancho Motel. I don't know what's going on with her mouth there, but that's not normal. I don't think she's doing well. And now in the book, there's a dog that dies, and that's kind of how they describe it. Like he has a brain hemorrhage, and like the dog's eyes fill up with blood or whatever. I wonder if that's what's going on there. Yeah.
But she needs to take Excedrin.
Yeah, dude. It's that looks awesome to me. I cannot wait to see it. I'm pumped about it. That's I think it was on my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year, and it is even more so now. I will say though, they played that trailer in front of Nosferatu when I went and saw it. They played that entire trailer. So I don't know if it's just the new trailer online or what, but I've seen that trailer before.
Well, it looks badass. I don't know. I hope to like, dude. I'm glad that they're going in doing some Stephen King short stories, and they're getting some love more so than like the bigger ones that they usually try to adapt. There's one dude I've always hoped that they try to adapt to a film is The Long Walk. I think that's what it's called. It's one of my favorite short stories ever by Stephen King. But it would never. It's not a long book, so it was like they probably had a hard time figuring out how to do it. And it's also like pretty heavy as like subject material, but. Yeah, I'm glad, dude. It looks like that movie looks fucking. That's probably going to be like an 8.5.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it, man. It's going to be gory as hell. It'll be a fun one to watch in the theater for sure with an audience, like on a packed audience. Not that most things are fun to watch with a packed audience. Let's see what you guys are saying right now, and then after that, we'll watch the Until Dawn trailer, which came out today. The featurette looked like absolute duty poo. We're going to be honest with you. And they were like, it's got nothing to do with the game. And we're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But let's see what you guys are saying real quick, and then we'll get to that. Appreciate you guys. Tim McChicken says, thank you, Loomis, for fixing the McFlurry machines.
You're welcome. I had nothing else to do. You're right. I went to McDonald's. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go and fix the McFlurry machines because I'm not taking care of keeping Michael locked up. Jesus Christ, Tim. Get your head out of McDonald's asshole for 5 seconds.
We all know that's a lie. The McFlurry machines are always broken. I had a stroke when I said that. Gary McDonald. Thank God the SWAT team didn't find Jay. Yeah, actually, that was what happened. We hit him.
I was hiding. I went under the bed.
You missed it, dude, because I was laughing, but then I saw I had a missed call from you. So I was like on stream. I muted it just in case you answered and said something. And I just sat here like you didn't answer, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go.
Well, because I was calling, and that was before they had evacuated us. Because I was going to let you know what was going on, and then they were like, "Get out!" I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And then I was trying to get Buster, dude. That guy was like, "Just take your time." I was like, "I can't do. You all fucking literally have your guns drawn in the hallway, and you're like, get out!" Like I was like, "There's going to be a fucking Wild West shootout or something."
God, I wish I could have seen that, dude. That was nuts. Byron Hansen said it's back again from Aussie. It's 1 a.m. again, but I wouldn't miss it for you guys. Thoughts on Wolf Creek and what are some of y'all's favorite Aussie movies? OG Kano actor from MK 1995 was not Australian. Who the fuck said he was Australian? Huh? I think we both did.
Yeah,
I thought he was Australian.
Well, that guy was great though. The guy from Kano that played Kano was great though in that movie.
He's a good actor.
A bit small in your partner though. When I come from ear to ear. Hello, baby. I thought you were trying to say he died. I was like, that sucks. But Wolf Creek. I know I've seen it.
Yeah, that ain't knife. This is a knife.
Yeah, Paul Hogan. He's a national hero to the Aussies.
That though in the movie. No, it's the it came out around time. Remember, like when Hostel and those movies were out there, the guy in the middle of the outback and he murders those.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a good movie. Yeah, I remember liking it. I just don't remember much details on it.
I actually just watched it and reviewed it like 2 years ago. Watched both that and the second one and realized it was really underrated because when it came out, I think everybody kind of just looked at it as another one of those, oh, this is just one of those nasty, mean horror films because they were coming out all the time back then. But going back and looking at it now, I think it's a little bit more of an auteur movie than people give it credit for. Like it's actually genuinely fucked up and freaky as well as it is mean. Yeah, it's a really good movie, dude. That guy's an amazing actor. Mick Taylor.
Yeah. I'm trying to
think that's his name.
Was The Descent an Aussie movie?
I don't think so. No, The Descent wasn't. They've got Australia's got some badass horror films though.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm sure we've seen a few of them, or I've seen a few of them. I just don't remember them.
Yeah, they've got some great ones, dude. Gary McDonald said, "Would you ever do a new updated watch along for Halloween 2?"
What's wrong with our original one?
What you don't like suffocated kumquats?
God damn.
Who knows? I think we've done like 2. I think we've done several.
Well, yeah, it depends on which one you're talking about too. Are you talking about Halloween 2, like original Halloween 2? Or are you talking about that shithole that's Rob Zombie? Because that's a drunk bender.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, who knows, dude? It could happen. Hey, McDonald said, I'm still debating whether or not to watch Wolfman in cinemas. I don't know if it's worth watching. Have you decided about it? Were you going to see that tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. After that trailer, I don't know.
It did. Yeah. I'm going to see it for sure. But
Well, it's not just the trailer. It's also, we were reading yesterday during stream the reviews that were coming out of it. Yeah. And even like the ones that were nice were basically hiding it under bullshit. So I don't know.
Yeah. Let me know tonight if you're going to go see it or not.
Sure.
I'll probably take MJ tonight. But Austin, how many licks does it take for Mike to admit he's gay? None. He says it all the time. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know that, but hey, it's the truth. I mean, I'm gay. So gay.
The Fogler thing. It was like, you mean the 1800s gay as in I am extremely gay? What do you mean happy?
I'm in a great mood. That's all it is. Gary says, I hope Jamaican Red is okay.
They took all the shit. No, dude, that would have been so funny, dude, if that guy had been like in there puffing it, and then he's like, "Oh shit, dude! Like I'm too high."
Yeah, he would have had a damn heart attack.
Well, no, he probably would have been like, "Whatever, dude. I'm just in a fucking dream, dude."
Whoa, are you guys?
Dude, I'm glad we weren't like engaging in the the apple juice when that happened, dude. Because
it's legal. I mean, you're allowed to be drunk in your own.
No, I know, but I would have stumbled out. Some cops were like drunk in public. Get it.
They all just tackle you, beat the shit out of you, and rape you.
Yeah, I was like,
Immortal says, last November I lost my fiance and my son in a car accident. I just want to say I couldn't have made it through with that, you guys. Jesus, man.
Hey,
Jesus,
man,
I'm so sorry.
Holy fucking shit, dude. It's awful.
Ah, God. I cannot imagine, but dude, hey, more power to you, dude. I mean, that's awful. And if we can help in some small way, then we're absolutely honored, man. We really appreciate that.
Thank you, dude.
You fucking keep finding ways to make yourself happy, man. Sure, that's not in the realm of easy, but good for you for doing that. Motionless Zombie says, hey guys, 9 Inch Nails is going to tour later this year. The dates will be announced once the wildfires will get under control, since Trent lives in LA. Dude, I know. I keep seeing the news stories and wanting to go. I've never seen 9 Inch Nails. Dude, that would be, I don't even do mushrooms anymore because it would just give me an anxiety attack. But I swear I would take some of the old dirt caps or whatever the kids call them these days. I would love to go see a 9 Inch Nails concert. Probably expensive as fuck, though.
I'd rather not come out. I don't want to come out as Satan worshiper, so I will not engage in that much.
You ever see the clip, dude? Trent Reznor goes on stage. And they're at like a festival. And he's hilarious, dude, on stage. He just wears like a cut-off black tank top. His hair is still like jet black. And he gets up there, and there's just all these lights, and he's just in front of a keyboard. And he's just like ultra serious. But he gets up there and goes, did you guys have fun watching that last band? And everybody's like, yeah. And he's like, well, it's fucking over now. He's like, that was the last band. We're here to be sad and like angry. And like start playing the next song.
I was like, fucking shit, dude, for real. Thanks for ruining our day. Dad got drunk at the table again.
It was funny as shit. I think he knew what he was doing. JK says, have you talked about Scary Movie 6 yet? Thoughts? Amazing. I think the fact that they're bringing the Wayans back on to do it, I think it's all we could have dreamed of. And I think we're getting closer as a society that we can actually take the sticks out of our assholes and have fun with each other comedically once again. And I think Scary Movie is just the perfect thing to take that over the top rope.
Yeah, especially if they allow the Wayans brothers to do what we know that they can do as far as with comedy and sketches and stuff like that. Because again, I hope it's great, but you know, it depends on whether or not the studio gets involved, and then they start saying, well, you can't say that because people's assholes will leak and be offended. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I trust them, though. I really do. I think they're going to do it. JK said Stu Macher's also been cast in Scream 7. I think I read that one. I wish, pal. I wish. Michael does think that Joel McHale's hot, though. So, I mean, he's an attractive man. I just don't.
Yes, he does look like the guy that he looks like the clerk that works at Home Depot that you don't want to take your wife to. Like, because he'll be like really flirty and charismatic. You're like, son of a fucking bitch, dude.
Yeah. I wonder, dude. I wonder if Kevin
McAllister. I think he's home safe now.
Kevin McAllister. That's where my Kevin Williamson. I wonder if he's thinking to himself, we need a new like Dewey-ish type of character. I don't know, Chad is sort of, but I wonder if he's gonna let him be kind of comedic and like do it that way.
That's possible because again, he doesn't look like a serious role type of dude. I mean, maybe he is. Maybe we'll be shocked and surprised at how good he is doing a drama role. But I don't. Maybe he would take over as a Dewey because you need some type of comedy relief in the movie.
Yeah, I think the only reason I didn't like it upon initially seeing it is that when I see him, I go, "That's Joel McHale." Like I don't see him as an actor in anything because he's just the same personality and so many things. It's just one of those actors you can't see them acting. You're just like Joel McHale from Community, same dude and everything. But to be fair, people say that about Ryan Reynolds too. So Gary McCall said, "Jay, fix your camera. It's tweaking. Let him fucking tweak."
Oh yeah, well he says tweaking, tickle T. Yeah, it's one of the cords on the camera is like I have to be real careful when I touch it because it'll like go crazy and look like unfriended if I touch it too much. That's what she said.
Someone saying, yeah, you remember that from The Faculty? He's like, he's tweaking. Let him fucking tweak.
That's another movie. Hopefully, they never remake.
I wouldn't mind them remaking it.
When we talk about that, Disturbing Behavior would be okay to remake because there was a lot of stuff left out of that they could flesh out more.
Yeah, and they'll never nail the vibe of the 90s the way they did in The Faculty, but they could definitely make the monsters look better. Brand Ferguson, what's up, dude? He says, that's a huge fan of the Until Dawn game. I'm excited for the movie, and the director said it's going to be the goriest movie he's made. I did see that. Pony Smasher said it's going to be the goriest movie he's ever made. Maybe he knew how weak that featurette looked and decided I should say something to the people here.
Yeah, a lot of people, we did that yesterday, did the review for the featurette, and a lot of chat didn't like it. I mean, I'm not very familiar with Until Dawn, so I really didn't have much skin in the game. But
yeah,
I guess it didn't go over well with a lot of the other fans.
Speaking of which, let's watch that trailer right now and see if it does any better to make us feel better about Until Dawn. Here we go. PlayStation.
I'm looking for my sister. Does she look familiar to you?
She's gone missing.
I didn't say that. Do a lot of people missing around here?
Up the road. That's why people get into trouble.
Those were the first people here in years.
Looks like it too.
Weird.
That's my sister's signature. Oh, shit.
Guys, check it out.
What happened to these people?
They went missing, obviously. We didn't see it on the poster.
If we knew they wouldn't be missing, stupid.
Ah, idiot.
Oh.
What the fuck just happened? We all got fucking murdered. And now we're here again.
So the night is just going to repeat itself.
That's kind of
I
dope.
don't remember that happening last time.
Holy shit. Every night, something new is trying to
Oh shit. Damn.
How many more deaths do you have in you?
Nobody's made it past 13 nights.
Holy shit.
That looked
If
good.
you want to survive, we have to make it until dawn.
Until dawn.
He said the thing.
Yeah.
Is that?
Oh!
God damn it!
He's gonna
I'm just going to grab it. Don't move.
I gotta put some Neosport on that.
What?
It just went in your face.
Yeah, it's
It just
gone.
went in your face.
What?
Oh my god, girl.
Is it bad? Is it bad?
Girl. Tell me what
That
they used
was
to call
awesome.
me down at the police station. Two-Face. Yeah, yeah. That's way better than what we saw yesterday. Way fucking better. Holy shit, dude. That looks amazing. That looks great.
That is we were wrong. We were wrong. We were incorrect. we what is it they say? We're not worthy. We apologize to Pony Smasher and Sony and everyone involved with Until Dawn. Dude, that looks like it rocks shit. That big ass thing in the look like a giant like Stranger Things version of oh my god, the giant monkey in the woods. Sasquatch. Big old scary Sasquatch.
Big old rock monster up there in the goddamn clouds. That's a huge fucker. We gotta drive straight to it with our goddamn F-150 trucks. I felt like Sean, is that his name? Sean William Scott, that played Stifler. Yeah, so Sean William. Yeah, I felt like him in the movie where in Old School, that thing went in that girl's face. It's like, yes, that is awesome. You just took a fucking baggot to your face, bro.
Now, knowing that it's Pony Smasher too, man, it makes me David Sandberg. It makes me confident that a lot of these shots of these oogie boogies we're seeing aren't shrouded in darkness and quick shots because they look like shit, but rather because they don't want to show it all in the trailer. Because and from what I saw in the little shots here, I'm trying to go back. Let me put this back up here. I want to get the shot of that big monster again, dude, because he was dope. Show it to me. This thing right here. It'd be easy to make that look like crap if it was like a Conjuring, whatever. But that looks like practical effects to me.
Yeah, it does. It looks like good makeup.
Yeah, and then, dude, I love the idea that they're gonna do several and so it's kind of Happy Death Day for sure. I know that. I get it. Groundhog Day, whatever. But it's cool because instead of it just being a slasher that kills them over and over again, it's a different thing kills them each time. So they have the ability to do like multiple horror genres in one movie. Like here's your Ringu type of herky jerky shit.
I gotta play this game though, because is it one of those games where you like make is it like choice based? Like if you make a decision and then like the story changes based on your decision. I don't know if it's like that or not. I don't know.
I have no idea.
It looks cool though. Like it makes me want to go play the game. Like
music, this was like Jay's ex-wife when she was. This was like Jay's ex-wife when she was out of Franzia.
Franzia, yeah, that's what it was. That's exactly what she would hover above me. It's like I'm out of wine and I'm out of dick to suck. I was like, oh, yep, that'll do it. You dirty ass.
It looks like that's the hemorrhoid in your butthole when you finally put a mirror to it and it pops out. No, that looks awesome, dude. It looks so good. I'm really pumped about this now. Why can't I see the monster?
Go back further. No, it's after the missing posters, I think. Yeah, it was like a second. It was like there it is, right there. Go back a little bit. Keep going. It was.
Dude, that thing creeped me out. That thing actually got under my skin.
That's how the way it moves. That's when you're drunk looking for the kitchen and you can't see it when the lights are off because you're like trying to find like the refrigerator. So I gotta eat food.
Yeah, dude, this thing right here.
Every night, something.
Oh God, I don't like the way it flies at you like that, dude. Oh, like
the lighting is great.
There he is.
Yeah. I don't know. That thing. It looks like fucking Swamp Thing, like a huge Swamp Thing back there.
What is that?
That's so awesome. I'm like, I went from zero excitement to like maybe top 10 most anticipated of the year based on this trailer. That was so really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
When's that come out?
I'm so excited. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
I won't watch it.
April 25th.
Oh,
Got a little while. We're gonna have to wait a little while. Yeah.
Just a bit, y'all. It's gonna be good though. I'm glad it does. And by the way, Pony Smasher, I can't remember his name. What's his name? You just said it.
David Sandberg.
David Sandberg. Dude, if we ever get a chance to meet him, we're just going to call him Pony Smasher, which I'm pretty sure he's not going to like. He's like, oh, this is not my name. I said, oh, no, that's what I know. It's Pony Smasher.
It's like you don't like your roots? You don't like where you come from, dog?
Yeah. I think he's like taking it seriously, which is great to see when you have a director of his caliber that actually is going to take a video game adaptation seriously. And you can tell he's a fan. Like he probably played the game. It doesn't look like some kind of like cheap studio heartless thing that he's just putting on screen. It looks like he's actually giving a shit about it, which is rare.
That looked pretty damn sweet, dude. Christopher Sampson. Buenos dias, bitches. That's what he wanted to say. Buenos dias, bitches. How about a movie starring Sydney Sweeney as a homicidal vet? Austin Butler can play a grizzled detective. Timothy Chalamet can be her defense attorney. J.K. Simmons can be the judge. I'm in.
That sounds great. I like that idea. You should start pitching this shit to Hollywood, Chris, because you've got better ideas than most of Hollywood. So yeah,
that's what it should be called, though. It should be called Buenos Dias. That's it. The end.
Buenos Dias, and then Buenos Dias, puta.
Appreciate you, Chris. Did you see Hulk Hogan recently on TV talking about the Trump inauguration advertising his beer? Yeah, dude, that's all he does is advertise his beer. He will literally suck the devil off in front of angels from heaven if it will sell him more real American beer.
Did he just do it?
That's all he does. I think he.
Well, yeah, Hulk Hogan has quickly become the slap chop guy. Like all about his American beer.
That's 100% true, dude. Tim says, Loomis, for the last time, I don't want to play games. Guess what's under the trench coat? I don't want to play Guess What's Under the Trench Coat. Go ask Dr. Chalice.
Your vagina? Is that what's under there? Dirty barbecue sauce. I don't want to talk about it.
I got a nose for him. I could smell it from 100 yards away. It's true.
I saw this thing was like, you know the difference between good weed and bad vagina? And they're like, what? He's like, if it's good weed, you can smell it across the room and you know it's good.
Can't you smell bad vagina across the room? Oh,
but it's bad. But it's bad. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying there. Fish sticks. The Living Press says, was going through some boxes last night and found a remake script I wrote for Brain Scan that featured a rockin' soundtrack with Judas Priest, Anthrax, Avenged Sevenfold, and others. Guess I was ambitious. It's like I want to live awesome, on Count Chocula Mountain too.
Yeah, but your whole budget would be like getting those bands to play for that soundtrack. That would be your whole budget. It's like, why does the movie look like shit? It was shot with like a Canon camera like that you got like at a thrift shop. It's like, yeah, well, I got awesome fucking bands to play my soundtrack. So that's where the
grow up, Count Chocula, Peter Pan. No, I'm just kidding, dude. That's awesome. I wish I had I can't make myself do things like that. Like, I wish I could write a Brain Scan script for funsies, but the whole time I would just be hating myself and beating myself up in my own head, and it would turn into a painful process where I didn't sleep, and I was like Kevin Bacon in the backyard digging a hole for no reason and drinking orange juice trying to get to the bottom of my artistic center. And I just don't have time in my life for a mental breakdown right now. And you just did that for fun. I'm fucked up in the head. I'm not going to be okay.
I couldn't. But the fact is if you have for me, it's like way harder to go back and remake a movie, or like to try to I would feel for anybody trying to take a script. Like, that's why, I mean, people ask us all the time, well, what kind of Halloween movie would you make? That's great, but there's so much history, and it means so much to so many people. To fuck that up could be bad. And I don't know, it's like you're going into someone else's world that the original author, and then you got to fuck around and twist things out, because you got to make it original too. You got to make it your own thing. I don't know. I feel like that's way harder to do, is to remake or reimagine an already established movie or script versus just coming up with something on your own.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmarish process in my own body and mind and soul for sure. Immortal says, you guys always keep me in good spirits. Keep up the killer videos. Hey man, we appreciate you so much. It made my day to know that we could help you out today. So thank you, brother. Sean P. Tattoos says, imagine if Cop knew Jay and was a fan of Wham. The Cop. Oh yeah, dude, he's like, dude, are you Jay?
I would be like, no, hablo inglés. I was like, buenos dias.
Hey, yo, man, let me get that room tour real quick.
If he had been a fan, I'd be like, all right, well, if you're a fan, can I take a picture with you in your riot shield? Because that'll be cool, and I can just do that.
But could you actually tell them that I cracked the case for you?
Dude, I understood it was a dangerous situation, dude, but they did seem like they were going a little. I mean, I was like, all right, guys. I mean, you got because I know that there could have been a gun and it was a possible murder suspect, or at least alleged murder suspect involved with the shooting. It happened in November, but at the same time, it's like I watched the guy come out with his plain clothes. He was wearing a hoodie, and then he put on all his fucking gear, and he was he basically looked like Jeff Daniels in Speed, all the gear on and shit. And I was like, all right. And then another guy came with a Captain America riot shield, and they had a banger to knock the door down. And I'm like, I think they've already got her. Or the guy. I was like, I think you guys, because the guy came back out 5 seconds later with the breach tool, and he almost slipped on the ice. Like, shit. And then he was all mad that he didn't get to use it. But I was like, maybe I was just jealous and I wanted to wear it. I don't know. I was just like, all right, now you're showing off. You're showing off.
Hey man, if you want to, you could just knock down my door and pretend I'm a person.
Well, and he even had the fucking helmet. He had the helmet on, dude, with the fucking camera and all the gear on it and shit. I'm like, holy shit! You guys are going after Al Qaeda or something. It was fucking crazy.
It's like, oh well, back home to play Call of Duty, I guess.
Yeah, it was cool to see though. I've never seen anything live action like that.
That was crazy. Like, yeah, you got a real life cop video. No more Twitter watching. Michael Parton says only nitpick is there's no Wendigos from the game. There is though. I thought I saw a picture earlier. Someone said there are going to be Wendigos in the game. I don't know what the fuck Wendigos are, but I know it's important to Until Dawn. And I'm pretty sure on Twitter earlier, I think I saw someone's like, "Hey, here's a shot of the Wendigos." So hopefully that.
I think a Wendigo is like a Native American myth about some creature.
No,
I think it's the same as Sasquatch or a Bigfoot.
It's actually that's not true. It's a move I do with my tongue in the bedroom. I call it the Wendigo. It's just when you go counterclockwise when you're going down on a girl, they love that. I'm telling you.
Did you get it from the Bible from American Pie? The Bible that tells you to do things that you're not ready for.
That shit was so stupid. Like, oh wow, like it's on Google now.
Or no, it's the tongue tornado.
Gary McDonald says, did you guys look at Disney's new trailer for Alien Earth? It looks like it could be good. Yeah, dude. It came out a little while ago, a couple months ago, but I didn't show much, obviously. But dude, Timothy Olyphant as a synth and that big, wet, moist-looking xenomorph in that trailer, I thought it looked great. I can't wait for it.
I didn't know Disney was doing anything with Alien. That's cool. Or
well, it's on Hulu.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's just on Hulu. Brandon Federico, son, thanks, buddy. He says, I was wondering how they were going to handle the story since it's a choice-based game where any character can live or die. Oh, that's what it is. Choice-based game. Anyone can live or die. And I think the time loop is a good way to handle that. Also, there's no time loop in the game.
That's smart. Yeah, that makes sense. If it's a choice-based game, then it would make sense for them to do that. Yeah, cool. Very inventive, Brandon. I'm glad that you're here to tell us these things because I didn't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty horny. What?
Wet on wet.
Wet on wet. Anyways, in other news, did you guys know today is John Carpenter's motherfucking birthday?
John Carpenter's birthday. Scottish pipes, even though he's not Scottish. Get that man a cigarette.
In honor of the king of pop. Oh, no. Excuse me. The king of horror. Some would say Michael Jackson is their king of horror. Kids that were between the ages of.
He's like, hey, Blanket, are you okay? What? What the hell even is that?
Visitors to the Neverland Ranch would call it their greatest horror. Yeah, John Carpenter, maybe the greatest horror director of all time. Happy birthday, you old angry fuck. Yeah. That's what he is, and I respect him for it. But we're gonna do a quick little tier list and of his best and middling of the road movies, starting with his little body bags. He produced it and he directed 2 of the shorts, I believe. We reviewed this one a while back.
Yeah.
He kind of Tales from the Crypts it a little bit. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't remember hating it. I think it was middle of the road with that one. I liked it okay. I think it would be either fuckable or pretty rad for me.
Yeah, I'm good with pretty rad because I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I love the fact that he did his Tales from the Crypt thing too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in between the movies. So you get in there, you sexy little biscuit. How about? I'm interested to see where you put this one, dude. How about Ghosts of Mars?
See, you know what? I know. I feel like it's one of those movies that like people hate it. Well, they didn't hate it, but it was like lukewarm reception when it came out. But I always liked it I always thought it was a kind of cool rock and roll, kind of like over the top. Escape from LA, it's kind of vibes. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna put it at Almost Touches the Sun. I think it was pretty rad though.
Yeah, I'll give you this one because I never really like gave a fuck about it. Like I watched it maybe twice and I was just like, it's kind of silly, but I don't hate it.
Well, the worst part is that they left it on a cliffhanger, a really bad cliffhanger, and I'm like, where's the fucking sequel? And then I was like, Ice Cube said, nah. It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, dude, that dude in the top looks like he looks like the guy from like House of the Dead. Like he looks like so many different horror villains like squeezed into one.
Yeah, he looks like the main guys in the Mayan temple in Apocalypto. But
yeah,
it was a good movie.
How about the Prince of Darkness? This is a tough one, dude.
I know, and people are gonna hate me for it, dude. I never got the appeal. I didn't like it.
I could see someone not like it. I will put this one to a vote for you guys. Let you guys decide where it goes. Let me pop in there where I can make little polls for you guys to vote on. You like that? You like when I give you a little poll? Yeah, are you into that sort of thing? You are.
Don't talk about my wiener on stream.
Oh, sorry, I got excited.
No, I think it's one of those things that it just. I know a lot of people liked it. I know that it was like appealing to a lot of people. For me, when I watched it, it just didn't. Maybe I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Weird. It felt all over the place. I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely weird, dude. It was one of his weirdest films. But I mean, I like it a lot because I dug the vibes of it. I like how like Satanisty it is. Like it's really fucked up in that regard. And I love obviously Pleasance in there. I love that green shit that's flowing through. Alice Cooper being in there. I thought I had a good mood to it, but it really was hard to like grasp what the fuck was going on in this movie.
Yeah,
and it did have big lulls in it too, where it was like, all right, we need to move this plot along at some point, please. But I still did like it. I'm putting this in there for you guys now. Oh, my darling, touch my buns with your sweet, moist fingers.
Oh. Moisturize.
We'll let you guys vote on that one and decide. Because I mean, I'm at pretty rad with it, but I could go either way.
I could put it in fuckable, but I mean, I pretty rad. If that's where it goes, that's where it goes. It's fine with me.
I know where you're gonna want to put this one. How about Big Trouble in Little China?
All-timer, amazing movie. It was, and it's actually for me the truest representation of the Mortal Kombat Raiden. One of the storms when he comes down with the lightning and shit. That's pure Raiden to me from Mortal Kombat. I love this fight. Dude, Jack Burton, one of Kurt Russell's best roles of all time. Quotable
in the mail.
Done. It's done. I mean, it's an all-timer for me.
I am going to put it in there because I know this is one of your favorite movies of all time. I would put it in pretty rad, though, personally. I think it's overrated. That's just me.
What?
I think it's a little overrated. It's a little overrated. All right. But I still like it a lot. Pretty rad.
Jesus Christ, Lang. It's just a game.
Zing. Okay. How about this is a tough that you love this one too. You're a John Carpenter loving fucking. I respect it, but
I love John Carpenter.
Sometimes you like some of his lesser movies. I
just like the vibe of John. I think I love his filmmaking style. I mean, Wes Craven and him are up there as far as like all-timer legendaries, but I don't know. I feel like John Carpenter makes like horror movies in a way that Quentin Tarantino would do it. Not like dialogue heavy, but kind of like the dusty butt type in the middle of nowhere, kind of like apocalyptic type of stuff. I don't know. I'd put
Dusty Butt should be its own genre, by the way.
Dusty Butt. Yeah, I put, I don't think Vampires is like an all-time or anything like that, but it is one of my favorite vampire flicks. I'd put it at pretty rad. I feel like it's a good movie. It's obviously not perfect, but I thought James Woods was great. He was the wise, like it felt like a true what I don't know what the actual terminology to use, but it felt like an actual sequel to Dusk Till Dawn. Like if they felt like they could exist in the same world. Obviously, Dusk Till Dawn better, but
I need to rewatch it for sure. Every time I've ever watched it, though, I felt like the opening was fucking badass, and then it just never got that back again. So, but that works for me, Jim. How about a little bit of They Live?
That's another good goddamn one. I mean, you got the fucking 28,000-minute fight sequence between him and was it Louis Gossett Jr.? Is that his? I can't. No, it's not. Because I know we got
definitely Louis Gossett Jr. 100%, not Keith David.
That's what I said. I said Keith David. Obviously, that's what I said.
We do that every fucking time, though. We do it every time.
Well, I know. Forgive me. Okay, the guy from Iron Eagle and Keith David might share some similarities. Fuck me in the ass. I'm sorry, but Keith David, yes, Keith David. Not only that, it's also great. It's got a great subtle messaging about consumerism and how people just. It holds up today. Well, just people follow trends and shit like zombies. It doesn't matter. They don't think for themselves. They just like read shit or listen to shit on the news, and that's who they go for. I put it at I put it almost touches the sun personally, but I mean, it doesn't. There are like obviously the effects don't hold up as well, maybe, but I think it's a great movie.
Yeah, and I think it could be an all-timer if it weren't the fact that Carpenter did this thing a lot back then, dude. I think he just sometimes, and this is I'm not throwing any shade at him, but I think sometimes he just got lazy. Like you'll have a movie that's like 70% absolute perfect shots, total perfect editing, perfection, crazy cool ideas, and that was this movie. And then all of a sudden, the movie will just it'll just do some dumb shit like out of nowhere. Like the end of this movie kind of goes off the rails a little bit. Jesus Christ! God can hear you snoring.
Oh
no, she's just like, dude, she keeps getting louder the more it talks. Like, I love you. I'm sorry. No, but yeah, no, it's almost touches the sun. Whatever the fuck I was babbling about.
You're right, because at the end of that movie, it does go off the rails because it felt like he didn't know how he wanted to end it. Like he set it up perfectly. It was awesome. And obviously you get the classic line when Roddy Piper, who's actually a very underrated actor overall, like underrated as shit. Because he also was great in Hell Comes to Frogtown. But when he walks in, he's like, I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. Like that famous line, everyone knows it. But like at the end, it got like real science fiction-y and it got real out there. And I feel like John Carpenter was just sitting in the director's chair and he was like smoking a cigarette. They're like, we don't really know how to end this, John. He's like, just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, dude, you can almost picture him going, fuck it. You know what I mean? I want to go home and have a six-pack. Right, Halloween 2 again. In the Mouth of Madness. In the Mouth of Madness.
So this is a weird one. When I was a kid, I used to love it a lot. I thought it was a really cool movie. It actually felt like something Stephen King would write. Like, I don't know. It felt like something like Secret Window or the Dark Half. It kind of felt like that. And it was a great idea, the fact that he gets sucked into the pages of his own horror novel. But I don't know if I feel like it doesn't really hold up that well. Like I watched it again not long ago, and I feel like it was good. I kind of enjoyed it, but it kind of goes a little bit too wackadoo. So I put it pretty rad.
I would actually put it pretty rad too, and I'll put this one to a vote for you guys, so you guys can decide as well. As far as the last vote goes, it was Prince of Darkness, and you guys 25% said Prince of Darkness was an all-timer. Okay. But it goes to pretty rad as well. Prince of Darkness, you guys said at 35% clip, you guys say Prince of Darkness is pretty rad, which that's probably where I would put it too. It's like these movies are all so weird, dude, because they all, like, don't get me wrong, I love them more than like most directors' horror movies, but they all have stuff that's like 11 out of 10, and they have stuff that's like a 4 out of 10. There's just weird stuff in almost all of his movies, save for the ones that are pure perfection that just have these broken little things in them. And I think that's why you like them as well, because it gives them character. But where the fuck did the movie go, though? Like, I can't find it. Oh, yeah, Prince of Darkness. Pretty rad. Okay. And then I'll put up a vote for you guys for what Jay and I called pretty rad, which was In the Mouth of Madness. Where the fuck did Jay go? What just happened? I just looked down and he was gone. That was wild, dude. There he is. Hello.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I literally tried to fix the fucking cord for the cam. It's the webcam. It's got to be the goddamn webcam. Because as soon as it touched it, a galactic dick came in and screwed the internet up. Like it looked the internet connected to the computer.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe. I don't think that unless the webcam has some kind of Wi-Fi capabilities, I don't know why that would mess with your internet, though.
I don't know. I'm literally just blaming anything now.
JK said that They Live clears Big Trouble in Little China. If I had to pick one, I'd personally pick They Live.
I mean,
over.
I mean, I don't know. It's not like written in stone. Like you can, it gets a fluid list.
Mike Johnson said, "What's up, guys? Work is a shit show. Can you call and get me out?" Yeah. What's the phone number? We'll call right now. If you give us the phone number, we'll call your office and we'll talk to your boss live on air, and we'll say, "You let Mike Hunt go." I mean, Mike Cock Co. Mike Johnson, same thing. Whatever. Get out of there.
I'd be actually a pretty fun segment to call your work and see what would happen.
I would do that in a fucking heartbeat, dude. Gary says Ghost of Mars was originally going to be Escape from Mars, but for some reason they changed it.
That's
okay.
Wild. That maybe that's why I liked it so much, because it kind of did have that Snake Plissken vibes to it.
Could you imagine how much badasser that movie would have been if they got actual Kurt Russell to go up there, go to Mars as Snake Plissken? Holy tit sauce.
Yeah, because it would have made sense too, because it would have been in the future where we had space travel to Mars, and after Escape from LA, yeah, it would have worked. Dude,
that would have been so cool. I did not know that. Good stuff.
Right. Good stuff.
Awesome. You know, it's not awesome that we don't have to put it to a vote. It's not that bad. Okay. Yeah. It's not that bad. But John Carpenter's The Ward, starring Amber Poopy on the pillowcase Heard.
Yeah, that's how Johnny Depp felt, I guess, after being married to her for a while. Yeah, I remember, dude. It's so weird. It was so. This is one of those. I weirdly remember buying it, like for no reason. I bet I was at Walmart when I used to go and get the midnight releases for DVDs, and I was walking around, and this was out, and it was just sitting there, and I was like, "Oh, it's John Carpenter, The War," and it was like $16.99. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll just buy it." Fucking mistake. I watched it. I was like, "This is dog shit."
Yeah, dude. That is Amber Stacy. Oh fuck! Well, I see what you're saying. I mean, let's be honest, she is. But no, I agree with you. I think it's fuckable because I actually watched it the first time and I was like, this is not that bad. I mean, it's not perfect, it's not great by any means, but I actually enjoyed watching it the first time. The second time, I was like, oh, there's some parts that are pretty stanky in the butt. But I think it's fuckable.
If you want to play, yeah, that's fine. I'll go with that one. That's fine.
Fair for me. Fair for me. I don't know if John Carpenter has this. Oh, actually, I changed my mind. In my personal opinion, he does have a sucks my butt, Steve, and that's this movie called Dark Star. Way early in his career. I
don't think I ever watched it.
I tried to watch it, and I couldn't get through it. I got through like half of it. I was like, "This is just it was just. I mean, he probably had $8 to make this movie, and he was making a space epic." And it just absolutely, just to me, it was unwatchable. So for the fairness of the list and filling all of the crevices, including Steve's, I'll put this in sucks my butt, Steve.
Dude, his face looks like what happens when you have absinthe for the first time on the cover. Oh.
Absinthe?
Yeah, absinthe.
Okay. How you guys?
I mean, that's me. Any kind of whiskey, dude. Like straight up, that's it. That's over.
In the Mouth of Madness, you guys say is an almost touches the sun at 40%.
Wow.
34% said pretty rad, but that's fair. That's fair.
I know a lot of people love it.
Listen, Sam Neill's awesome. I love the aesthetic of the movie, dude. I love the whole Sutter Kane thing, you know. I think it trails off by the end of it. You're like, all right, let's fucking wrap this shit up. And it gets kind of annoying how it just keeps going back to the same thing and gets a little silly. But like a lot of John Carpenter's movies, I mean, you could say the same thing really about They Live in a lot of aspects as you could. So that's I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, Steve. This one's, I mean, we know where Halloween's going, right? It's definitely going.
Sucks my butt. I mean, yeah, all-timer, obviously.
Everyone hates that fucking movie.
God, it's such a bad movie. Overrated as
let's
hell.
Let's just move right along.
Yeah, I can't wait for somebody that like just had accidentally come in on the stream. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
I will never, ever give these two the time of day again. I'm even going to put them over here in the first little square because that's where you belong. You.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and there's no reason like why it's number one. Like that's an all timer. Like it goes without saying.
I don't have to explain my art to you, Warren. That's an easy one. Did you ever see this one? Did you ever see Someone's Watching Me?
No, that's how I felt yesterday. No, I've never seen it. That looks like an older movie, super old.
I believe I think he did it right after Halloween, or right before Halloween. No, I think it was right after Halloween. Dude, actually pretty damn good movie, like underrated for a John Carter movie, because you think like most of his shit, like 99% of his movies everybody knows and talks about and they're considered classics, at least call it classics at worst case scenario. This one, it feels like nobody ever talks about it, and it was really good. The thing about this movie, dude, is if you watch it today, had Adrienne Barbeau in there looking hot, but the thing about it is if this movie came out today, they would crucify John Carpenter. And they would call him a woke piece of DEI shit, because the entire movie is about how hard it is to be a woman and how all the men hit on her and basically dudes are stalkers and all this stuff like that. There's multiple references as to how men treat women and all that stuff. And it just cracks me up because this came out in the smoke cigarettes in the office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lead paint, Harley Davidson days, and nobody batted a fucking eye.
Because it was all true back then. It was a lot more heightened.
it was far.
It was a lot more. It was like a woman. That's probably why nobody said anything, because they were like, yeah, well, you know, I don't. Where's the lie? I don't know. You know, it's probably true. Like because I know how I treat my secretary at work.
But honestly, go watch this movie through that lens, you guys, and be like, and tell me that people would not hang him by his toenails in the whole anti, you know, whatever. But I like the movie a lot. I think it's pretty rad in my opinion. I thought it was good.
Okay.
Gary says, "God damn, I just came back and saw Halloween and sucks my butt." Steve was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, "What's going on?" Obviously, they're not real fans. Obviously.
Yeah, someone's gonna clip that and be like, "Fake fans, fake fans." Cancel them. Cancel them. Let's let you guys vote on the next one. What should we be? Assault on Precinct 13.
Ooh,
let you guys vote on that one.
sexy.
I have not seen it in a long time.
See, I saw Assault on Precinct 13, the remake, which was great. They actually did a pretty good job of capturing it. And then I'd seen the original one a long time ago, but I'd forgot about it. It's a classic fucking movie though.
Classic movie that it's one of those movies to me, dude, that at the time it came out, it would have been one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean? And I probably would have went and saw it 10 times and bought it the first day it came. Well, probably didn't even have home video then. But watching it now, it still is fun to watch and shit. But man, it really is dated. Like some of the stuff's like,
it didn't hold up as far. That's probably why they remade it. But yeah, it kind of reminds me. I don't even know if it's probably not a Grindhouse film or anything like that, but it kind of felt like that.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Dawn of the Dead, the original. Just the way that some of those action scenes were shot.
Yeah,
like kind of
the remake. Oh, see, I know people are going to get mad about that, but I personally enjoyed the remake a little bit better. That's just because maybe it wasn't as dated and it was upscaled a little bit more.
You know, I've never seen the remake.
I love the remake. It's really good. Really good high octane action.
I know the original of this is fucked up with the ice cream dude and all that stuff that happens in that scene. Shit's fucked up, man. Fucked up. I'm fucking it. How about The Fog?
Oh, dude. Yeah, this is another one that's gonna get me in trouble because yeah, dude. It's not my cup of tea. I have tried my best to enjoy this movie and like this movie. It's just, dude, it's fucking boring to me. Like, I think it's overhyped. I think it's overrated. I know that people love it. I understand why people love it. It is what it be. But I personally, I wouldn't put it sucks my butt, Steve, but I put it at fuckable at best. That's where I put it.
I'll let you guys vote on this one too after we're done because I have similar opinions to Jay about this. I think the setup is amazing. Dude, the location's great. The opening with that dude talk about the fucking ghost pirates, cool. Adrian Barbeau again in this, awesome. But it's another one of those movies where it felt like halfway through John Carpenter went, you know what? Fuck it. I don't really care. I'm tired. I'm sick of this story. Yeah. I'm going to start working on my next movie now. When it came time for the things to actually do something and be scary, it kind of really sucked at that point for me. But I will say, again, same thing with John Carpenter. Cinematography, music's awesome. The acting's fun. The dialogue's fun. Tom Atkins in this, him and Jamie Lee Curtis riding in the car together. She's like, "Are you weird?" He's like, "He has his beer." He's basically challenged. Like, yeah, I'm weird. Like, and you got them fucking, all that stuff's great. The setup is awesome, but the execution in the end just really fell apart.
I think it was like, John Carpenter was probably like, this is about fucking ghost pirates. I don't care. Like, he's like, maybe he was excited about it at first, and he was like, when he was filming, he was like, I don't know, man. They're fucking ghost pirates. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Whatever.
Brian Cornelius said the remake was decent. Brian, I appreciate you, dude. Ooh. That's one of the three movies in my entire life that I walked out on, and I didn't last very long. I thought that was absolutely atrocious, and I was only like 14.
I literally have burned every memory of that movie from my mind. I know that Tom Welling was in it from Smallville, and that was the only thing I remember about it. It was like,
Selma
it's
Blair.
Clark Kent. Yeah. That's it.
I know Selma Blair was in it too. She's hot. She makes out with Sarah Michelle Gellar sometimes. It's really hot. Okay, so in the case of Assault on Precinct 13, you guys say it is an almost touches the sun at 59%.
I know a lot of people love it.
Fair. I like it. I feel like that's an appropriate place. Your chat's doing good. You're doing good, chat. Good job, chat. What did I say? We're gonna let them vote on The Fog. Right? That way nobody yells at us?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to get yelled at regardless. Like, why'd you let your chat fucking do it? Why don't you guys have the balls to do it yourself? I was like, because obviously we're going to get canceled for it. So whatever.
Love you, John. Sorry, pal. Okay. So that pulls up now. Moved right along. Footloose and fancy free. What about... this was easy, right? The Thing? We don't really need to talk about it.
Yeah. It's obviously an overrated piece of shit.
Yeah, we hate these fucking films.
Everything about that movie is awful. No, dude, it's an all-timer. Come on, guys. The effects on that movie alone would make it an all-timer, even if the story was bullshit. But the story's great. The ending is not only the effects on it are amazing, but the music is great too, which is underrated.
Yeah, it's one of the it's a Carpenter classic that never does fall apart. You can never feel any laziness in this for sure. I mean, it's a classic from start to finish. It ends as a classic. It's got badass characters in there. And again, like you said, the best part of the entire movie, I think, more than anything, the idea alone is pretty freaky and cool, but the special effects take it over the top.
Well, you know, I like how Quentin Tarantino did it best though when he was talking about that movie too, and I was trying to like obviously the movie's great, but I was like, why put in words why it's so good? And he's like, when he watched it in the theater, he's like, it's one of those few movies that scared him, because he's like, I don't get scared usually at horror movies, like not the booger monsters or whatever, but he's like, it made it, the paranoia became another character in the movie. Like you actually started feeling paranoid while you were watching it in the theater, and I'm like, that makes fucking sense.
Yeah, dude, it's so damn good. I'm gonna change my battery. I'll be back in 1 second.
All right. Go ahead and go into the comments. Talk to y'all for a minute. Talk to y'all. Oh, Big Joe Grizzly says The Mist is a great film. The Mist is a great movie. One of the few movies that Stephen King actually approved of when they changed the ending, and he said it was actually a lot scarier and a lot better than his ending that he had. Says Chase Banks, I let my 9-year-old son watch it and he loves it. It's his new favorite movie. What? I don't know. The Thing. Oh yeah. Hey D-Land. Yeah, The Thing. It's a one of those kind of films that you got to watch at least once. If you never watched The Thing, you've got to watch it at least once, dude. And it holds up extremely well. Clinton says, "Fuck that ending." Yeah, that's what Stephen King had talked about in the midst of the actual ending to that movie. Because I mean, I think in his book, they live. So with the fact that they changed it and then they made it like as obviously traumatic as they did, he was like, yeah, that was a fucked up, crazy ass ending. Kyle says, Jay, have you seen the Blood of Dawn Walker trailer new game? Yeah, dude, it looks amazing. I hope it's badass. I hope it's great.
What is it?
There's a new video game that's coming out. It's called Blood of the Dawn Walker. I wish it was a movie, dude, because based on what I saw, I was like, this would be a phenomenal movie.
Is it about women on their periods?
Yes. That's what you got to stay away from them when the sun goes down. You don't know what's going to happen.
That's the game we've been needing for a long time. Finally, someone had the balls to do it.
But it's a vampire game. It's going to be great.
That sounds pretty dope, actually. Child of the Cone, good to see you, buddy. Said, yo, what's good, fellas? At the gym, banging No Easy Way Out. Is Batman 89 the most important superhero film of all time? That's a great question. That's a great question.
Doing those curls, making good statements. Is it the most important superhero film of all time? It could. I don't know. Is it? Because you can look at the Richard Donner Superman movie. Paved the way a lot for, taking a superhero movie seriously with Christopher Reeve and shit. Batman, the 89 Batman with Tim Burton, like he did bring Batman to the modern audience as far as like making him a lot more scarier and grittier and darker and making him more in line with how they had him in the original comic book, and he wasn't goofy anymore, like the Adam West time. So I don't know. I don't know.
There's 3 options for me. It's either 89 Batman, because you're right, because no one, even though you had Superman, right? Like it was still silly and like kiddish and whatever.
Yeah.
Batman showed that you could actually make adult movies, I feel like, for the first time. And then the other option for me would be, ironically, Iron Man, because when Iron Man came out, it just showed us a different kind of superhero movie, and it started the whole Marvel, universe, which changed. It took the superhero movies to a different stratosphere. And then the other option for me would be The Dark Knight. Because, or you could go Batman Begins, because really Christopher Nolan in general saved horror movies, saved superhero movies, because at least Batman, because while everything went back, like Tim Burton in 1989's Batman was really important, but then it fell right back into that same thing by the time Batman and Robin came out. And then Batman Begins saved it. And then The Dark Knight showed that these movies are to be taken seriously as like classic fucking films, I feel like. So
you could also put Spider-Man in there.
100%.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, especially Spider-Man 2, which really set a new level for superhero flicks. But yeah, I don't know. As far as like most important superhero, I mean, you might have a point. 89 Batman, you can make an argument and say that without that, you really don't have a lot of the stuff that we have now. Because again, Tim Burton did take a chance. And I know that he had to face a lot of flack for it because people were like extremely nervous with the fact that not only did he cast Michael Keaton playing Batman as Mr. Mom, and they're like, there's no way that's going to work. And then on top of that, people were like older adults that were going to go see the movie in the theater were thinking like, oh, I grew up on Adam West Batman, and that was always successful, so that's what we're going to see. And he was like, no. I'm going to rock your fucking tits off with what I've got planned.
Yeah, dude, that's a great question, man. That's a great question. That could be a whole video in its damn self as a question. What did you guys vote on for The Fog? They say The Fog is pretty rad at 35%. I got no qualms with that. I'd probably put it in fuckable myself, but yeah.
That's all right. Yeah, Chat's batting 500 right now on the game.
Swinging a hot bat. I'm going to let you guys vote on this one as well, but we'll also give our opinions. What about Christine?
I think it's a good movie. I think it's one of those. It makes you feel like you need a shower. Like I don't know what it is. I think it's the main guy in that movie. Like you could just smell him through the screen. He smells like Cheeto and pee. I don't know what it is. It's disturbing in and of itself, but I put it at pretty rad. I enjoyed. I liked the movie a lot, but I'm not like. It's not one of those movies I have to go back and watch or something like that. So I mean, I'll watch if it's on TV or if it's like whatever, but it's not like no. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, I feel like we're coming across as like John Carpenter haters here when he's like, again, very possibly next to Wes Craven, my favorite horror director of all time. But it's fuckable to me actually. Like I never really like have that much fun watching this movie. It's got a cool vibe to it. It's a cool mood, but it just gets boring to me. And like the idea of the car being possessed is just never that interesting. You know, I think it's always kind of silly.
So yeah, the guy wants to fuck his car. It's crazy.
Yeah, just fuck it, dude. Hey man, I ain't falling for no banana, no tailpipe.
Yeah, and you know what? He did a good job adapting it from the Stephen King novel. I mean, that it's hard enough to even figure out how to make that scary without reading the book and be like, it's a car that comes to life and the guy basically falls in love with it and his whole life goes to shit because of it. It's like that's weird. It's like people that hang out at like fucking car clubs and shit. Hey man, my goddamn truck's more important than my wife. I take care of my shit. I stroke it. I rub it. I wax it. I make it feel good. It's like, I don't know. I just never felt like it could be something scary. And John Carpenter did do a good job of making it disturbing in certain aspects of it.
Shit. I got breaking news, but it's a sad story. So I'm not doing this. I'm not going to do the, I'm not going to do the music because it's not a happy story, but this just in. David Lynch died.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, died at 78 years old.
Damn, man.
It doesn't say how. I know that he just came out not too long ago and said that he had health issues from smoking. I can't remember exactly what he said, but in his own amazing way, it was here's the announcement right here. Yeah, dude, that sucks. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Fucking 2025, man. Already? Really?
Starting off with the shithole.
What the fuck? I've not seen a lot of his films, to be honest with you, though. Like, not as many as other people. I have people who love his films.
Yeah, I know.
You know? I've not seen a lot of them.
I think we've seen a couple, but I mean, losing him is a big deal because I know that he had a lot of impact on a lot of people's lives.
Yeah. It's crazy that we lost losing David Lynch on John Carpenter's birthday's a trip.
I literally thought you were going to say John Carpenter just passed away.
Dude, whoa, that would be mean. That would be so sick. That'd be.
We're never gonna do a tier list with John Carpenter ever again.
No, I think we would. I'm pretty sure we would have to. We would have to just turn off the camera. Just like probably, we're gonna go. We apologize, but no, that sucks. But did I put Christine in there before that happened? Yes, I do believe it did. Hey, movie Misfits. Breaking news: Joel McHale cast as Sydney's husband, Mark Evans, in Scream 7. No Kincaid. This is hog shit. We actually opened the show with that. That news came out when we opened the show. So if you want to rewind a little bit, we already covered all that. But yeah, it was pretty damn shocking, dude, for sure. It's good to see you, B Slayer. How are you? I hope that prostate exam checks are going well. Michael Martin said, "Is Ghost of Mars that underrated? Need to rewatch it."
I thought it was underrated. I mean, like, it was one of those movies that came out. It had a lukewarm, like, people will either love it or hate it. But it's kind of like, for me, Escape from LA. People didn't like it because it kind of got really out there with certain the effects and shit. But I always enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. On the matter of Christine, Jay said he put it in pretty rad. I said I would put it in fuckable. You guys tell us both to stick it up our own asses and stick Christine in Almost Touches the Sun. That's where they park that car.
Yep, right in the old valet parking.
Oh,
well, like, I mean, it's obviously popular, dude, because, like, I remember we went to we've gone to Scarefest a few times, and they'd always have the Christine car, and everybody wanted a picture with it, and like, it's like a lot of people still love that movie.
Yeah, 100%. Village of the Damned. I think this is the definition of a fuckable movie.
Shoot,
in my
I
opinion.
hate that fucking movie.
Like, you hate it? Hate it?
No, actually, I'm getting it confused with Tommy Knockers, which I like. That's the one I'm getting confused with. Tommy Knockers sucked ass, but this one is, yeah, I guess it's all right. Yeah, it's fuckable, I guess. I think, yeah, I don't even know if we need to put this one to a vote, right? Like, it's the most definition of a fuckable movie ever. It's cool that they had Christopher Reeves in it. Yeah.
For sure. Him in a non-Superman role was dope. The kids are freaky as hell. The story is scary as fuck. Just the movie just was just like, eh.
They look like Magneto's children.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so we got two fuckable ones, and let's let you guys vote on. I think we only have two left, and they're two big ones. I'm curious to see where you guys put them at. Double check this. Yeah, we only got two left. Not that these, I know he did Memoirs of an Invisible Man, a bunch of other shit, but I was trying to keep it to the more known ones. I'm gonna put this in the poll right now. Escape from New York.
Man, it's one of my favorites. It's an all-timer to me. I mean, Snake Plissken's a fucking badass dude. Like there's like, he's such a badass archetype that he's been tried, like, people try to copy him all the time. Like, as far as that character goes in multiple media, like video games or movies or whatever. Snake Plissken, I feel like Kurt Russell had like Jack Burton, and he had Tango and Cash, and then he had Snake Plissken. But to me, it's Snake Plissken, and that's actually the one role that Kurt Russell loves the most is Snake Plissken.
Yeah, I think it's an all-timer as well. I mean, I don't think it holds up as well as you would like going back and watching now, but when you put yourself in the time of when this came out, man, it was fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like the post-apocalyptic land, you had Loomis in there, obviously, Donald Pleasance. And it was, I would have never, ever imagined, and we'll talk about it in a second, but I would have never, ever imagined after watching this movie that Escape from LA would be its sequel. Like, they're so fucking different, you know? Like, the idea is the exact same, but the vibe of the movie is totally fucking different. Like, he was like super taking this one seriously, I felt like, even though it's got some wild and crazy shit in it. And then Escape from LA comes along, and it's just like, hi, I'm your Philly cousin from Texas. Like, it was weird.
Yeah, he went a little bit more out, like more of the I don't even, like, not comedy, but more of like kind of the I don't know what campy. Escape from LA was a lot more campy than New York.
Yeah, totally. Like, and I think that's another one where, especially with the effects, he was just like, you know what, fuck it. That boat is one of the worst CG things I've ever seen in my life. Not that it's a boat. That it was right up there with Batman going down the chute, you know, and like Batman.
Yeah, they were like, hey, John, they just came out with this new technology with CGI. You should try it. He was like, all right, put it in. And it was like some guy using Microsoft Paint to make it. He was like, yeah, that's amazing. Because John Carpenter is like an old school guy, so he didn't know any better. It's like showing your dad like a smartphone. He's like, holy shit, that's amazing.
And knowing him, he was probably like, that looks like fucking dog shit. I don't give a fuck. Keep it. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette.
He probably didn't give a shit.
You know? You guys agree with us that Escape from New York is an all-timer at 66%. To the Almost Touches the Sun next with 14%. That was an easy one. That's the easy one, Greg.
Oh, nice.
I am interested to where you guys put our last one of today. Escape from LA. Dude, listen, the poster alone, fucking top notch.
I love it.
Okay. The fucking vibe, Kurt Russell, his outfit. There's so many things in this fucking movie. The basketball scene that are no doubt all timers. No doubt. But as a whole, what do you think? Where would you put it?
Because in this city, Vato, you'll find it could fucking kill anybody. First off, the bad guy was great. He was over the top, insanely stupid, but really funny, really good. I remember this movie a lot more fondly than the movie itself. Like, I know the movie is not great, but I remember watching it as a kid and loving it just because he was so cool and he's so badass. Like, on a personal note, I'd put it at Almost Such as the Sun, but I would, honest to God, probably put it at Pretty Rad. I enjoyed the movie for what it was, and as a movie itself, it's like it also had Bruce Campbell in it, playing a part. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great, but I think as a movie itself, it's pretty rad.
I'd go Pretty Rad also. Yeah, like man, it was weird. Like a couple years ago, I went back and I rewatched it again for the first time in like 10 years. And when we were teenagers, I probably would have said this movie's an all-timer, no doubt about it, no question. Yeah. I was shocked at how shitty some of this movie was, dude. Like, I was fucking floored at how shitty some parts of this movie were. But there's something to be said for attitude, dude. This movie has an attitude that you can't fucking beat. It has an attitude and a desperado kind of fucking awesomeness of the 90s that will never ever be recreated again. I mean, it's two fucking weird steps away from Shark Boy and Lava Girl at times with how bad it is, but there's other times it's one of the most badass things you've ever seen. I'd say Pretty Rad.
Well, you know, it's funny too because it actually mentioned in the movie they're talking about Cleveland because he was like, just get it straight, I'm Hushy, I'm no longer Carl Jack Malone, and he's like, I don't give a fuck what you are, I want to know what happened to you in Cleveland. And then I always thought they were going to do a movie with Cleveland because they always talk about him and this guy named Texas Jack escaping from Cleveland, and they never did it. But I thought it was cool, dude. I don't know. I thought it was great.
Reminds me of Family Guy. It's like, hi, I'm Cleveland. Or whatever that guy's name was. You guys agree with us? Well, so I'm going to give it a second because it's ebb and flow and get your votes in. Get those hot.
God, I just never thought he'd look like that. He's so retro. He's like, yeah, that's the good old days.
Call me Snake.
He's like, fuck you, I'm going to Hollywood. It's like,
looks like you guys agree with us at Pretty Rad. 40% say Pretty Rad for Escape from LA. Hey, happy birthday, John Carpenter. It's a good run, buddy. Dude. You're doing a great job.
I think I mean, based on his tier list, he's got a balanced ass tier list. I mean, it looks great. I mean, only really one bad movie.
Absolutely, and it's better than most. You put most directors on here, man. This thing's all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Like an EKG on who's the Rolling Stones guy? Mick Jagger. Fucking yeah. No, dude. That's honestly John Carpenter, no matter how good or bad his movies are, they're all just their own fucking thing. Like, he is a genre in himself, I feel like. So while these movies are, you got a lot of Pretty Rads in there and they're all mixed up. Comparatively, when you compare these movies to other horror movies, especially in the years of which they came out, they stand fucking heads and tails above most of them, you know?
Yeah, a lot of them age as well as some, but it does. I mean, I feel like the movie itself, like, they're just great. I mean, you're always going to have a good time watching a John Carpenter flick, and most of the time you always are.
All right, JK. All right, fine. We'll do that. JK is betting us that if we put They Live to a vote, it will be an all-timer. I'm gonna do it. I'm curious, JK. All right.
He's probably right. There's a lot. I mean, it's one of those movies that I mean, other than the ending, which is kind of wackadoo, like we mentioned, it's got a great the messaging in it's very subtly done, but it's also got some great action sequences, good performances. The girl that Roddy Piper was chasing after was Eva Lynn from Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, and dude, Roddy Piper was a fucking good actor.
I thought he was always good.
Yeah, but he was good in this movie for sure. What else was he in?
He was in Hell Comes to Frogtown, which is another great movie. It was a campy ass. I mean, it was dumb, but it was great. He was pretty much the same character as he is in They Live.
That's just a great movie title.
And then he was in something else. I don't know. I think he was in one other movie, but yeah, I always thought he was a great actor, dude. I mean, obviously he was limited. I mean, he did like he always did the smart aleck action roles, but it worked. Yeah,
I mean, they basically based Duke Nukem off of him, I feel like.
They did. Well, a lot of the sayings, a lot of it came from Duke Nukem. They borrowed some stuff from Roddy Piper from They Live, but they also heavily relied on Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like Hail to the King.
That's a good point. Yeah. Mindless Gap, I didn't know that. He said it's funny. How he was also funny in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I didn't know he was on that show. I'd like to see that. Yeah, so far, JK is absolutely right. We should have seen that one coming. 81% all-timer. You know what? Throw the damn towel. Throw the damn towel. Let's
There
put
it
all
is.
timer. Let's put They Live in all timer. Sorry. Our apologies. JK's probably John Carpenter. He's actually a huge fan. He's been watching.
No, he's too nice to be John Carpenter. He was just like, these fucking idiots. I'd smell the tobacco smoke if if JK was John Carpenter.
Do you guys know this, by the way? Do you guys know this, that we once reached out to John Carpenter and asked him to be on our show, and he actually responded. Normally, people don't respond to this, but we actually got a response from his people, and it wasn't even like well, he can't because he's too busy or this or that. It was just like we asked and John said no.
He didn't say no either. He was like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Hell
no, I know
he was
Jay's blurry.
Angry about it.
I know Jay's blurry. It was blurry before too, but we were small, so you couldn't tell as much. But yeah, once it gets bigger, it's pretty gnarly. Let's see.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's been that way pretty much the whole show. I'll turn off the recording next time and see if that has anything to do with it. I just don't see why it would. Let me check here real quick.
I'm checking the internet speeds again. I mean, it's still. Dude, I swear to God, I'm like that fucking monkey from that trailer we watched when it comes to internet. I can't get goddamn good luck for shit.
Yeah, dude, I think you might have to just go and have them fix the Spectrum thing.
Well, even then, it was sitting fucked up. You know, the internet speed's still.
No, good. I know, but they got to fix the wall, right? They got to fix the.
Well, they still got to do that regardless. Yeah, they got to get on the. There's a whole thing going on with that.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be any more movie news today either, because. With David Lynch unfortunately passing away, it doesn't seem like you're going to get anything else from that stuff. Understandably so. MMA Rusi says, "Can I get a Loomis and Chalice Baltimore Ravens promo for this weekend's game? I need it." Oh God, the Ravens, huh? Rusty. I once fought the Baltimore Ravens. He was sweet. He was kind. What was his name? It was Steve McNair. Yeah, I had sex with Steve McNair. Just a couple men smoking cigars in the lounge in the city of Baltimore, and I was actually investigating. No, I got it confused. I was investigating Steve McNair's death because I'm a doctor and a cop, but his daughter. You know what? This is getting. I don't want to incriminate myself. Let's go Ravens. Get them. Get those mean old. Who the fuck are the Ravens playing? Yeah, Josh Allen. That's a guy I'd like to have a beer with.
Go Baltimore Ravens. And listen, I saw your recent remake. The Crow wasn't good. So I don't know why they keep on talking about goddamn Buds. It's stupid. Nobody wants to hear about it. I know that you guys are flying in to face the Buffalo Bills. Good for you. I hope that you are successful, but I don't have time to watch balls of foot. I've got too many things going on, so I hope your goddamn fantasy team does well.
Feet in balls. Balls in holes. I like to put balls in holes.
You guys are. I had to look it up. You guys are playing Buffalo. That's a lot of people are putting them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have been putting Buffalo in the Super Bowl for a long time, and you know what? Buffalo never seems to win the Super Bowl. It's crazy. It just happens over and over again.
Buffalo Buffalo is. Man, I do feel bad for them. What they went like 3 times in a row and lost every single fucking time. Holy shit. Yeah,
it's rough. I think a lot of people are rooting for the Lions and for the Bills just because neither franchises won a Super Bowl. I'm personally rooting for death. I'm hoping to be dead. But no, I actually hope, I don't know, the Commanders would be fun to see them get in there. Someone asked our predictions for the Super Bowl, like who we think it's actually going to be. And I think it's going to probably be Detroit. Who the fuck is so Detroit's playing the Commanders and the Eagles are playing the Rams. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to say Detroit, and unfortunately it's probably going to be the fucking Chiefs, dude. I hate it, but it's probably going to be the Chiefs again.
I think the New York Giants are going to make a surprise appearance.
Yeah, they're like Sting. They're like, no, we showed up. You
they're
gotta let
just
us
gonna
play.
come. They'll just be hanging out like we should have been in it if we didn't suck dick.
Like the NFL is just like the mass singer. Like, surprise, the Giants are playing today. No one saw that coming, but it's
Dude, I saw that the Packers are getting the 21st pick for the draft.
Yeah, that's around where we always pick, you know. That's the thing when you're good, when you're your playoff team year in and year out, you don't get to pick high, you get to pick low, you know what I mean? And over the years. I was just talking shit to a Lions fan the other day. I was like, yeah, you guys picked in like the top 5 of the draft for like a century. It was about time you guys had one good fucking team. But I don't know, what's the worst Super Bowl matchup out of that? I'm gonna go obviously Chiefs. Nobody wants to see the Chiefs in there. I think Chiefs Eagles will be the worst because
I'm not either one of those. I know nothing against Eagles fans, but we talk about that too, dude. Like there's you got some problems with that. I don't think I would watch that.
I mean, I'll watch it either way, but I would be so bummed out. The Chiefs and the fucking Eagles. The Eagles.
Sounds boring. It sounds boring.
Who do you root for? Dude, I would root for the Chiefs, I think, at that point. Because I'd be like, at least Mahomes could catch up to Brady then, and then all the Brady people can't, rub that in our faces anymore.
Audibly, I would cheer for the Eagles because April's a fan, but internally, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck who wins this game. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you just gotta beat that out of her at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that pretty soon. I mean, there's already so many things that I do like the beat her on. That's gonna be one of those things. It's like I can't believe your favorite team's the Eagles.
Hey, let me put that in a poll. There's too many teams to name, but I bet we could fit the. Let's see here. Who do you guys think is gonna win the Super Bowl? And this is not who you want to win the Super Bowl, but who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll go the highest seeds first until it doesn't let me put one in anymore. Eagles. Bills. Oh, damn. Only 4 options I get to put in there. So I can't get the Ravens in there. I'll put winner of Bills Ravens. No, you can't really do that. That's kind of cheap. All right. Well, there's 4 options. Out of those 4, who do you guys think wins the Super Bowl? Whoa. This is crazy. I don't want the Chiefs to win, dude. But no one's looking at them. They're 15-1, 16-2, 15-2. They're 15-2. In one of those games they didn't play. No one's talking about them. They're probably gonna fucking beat the shit out of everyone. God damn it. How boring is that gonna be? Don't make us watch that shit. You know what I mean? Sounds like Jay's fingering a clothing hanger in there. Just like tapping it on his butt cheeks. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm just sick of Lions fans, dude. I am sick of Lions fans. Because they think they're like a dynasty. It's like you guys haven't even made it to the Super Bowl yet. Okay? Let's pump the brakes a little bit. That's the NFC North, though. Anytime a team not called the Packers gets good, oh my God, that's all you hear about it constantly. And it's like, and usually they only stay good for a season or 2, and then things go right back to the way they fucking were. Bears did it a couple years ago. Gary, just seen the Until Dawn trailer. I'm so mad. It's gonna suck when you actually think about all the extra stuff they have added. It makes no sense. This is going back to bad games because movies they're not accurate. Gary, I know you weren't here earlier, but we watched the trailer for Until Dawn, and we both. Why do I sound like RFK right now? What just happened to my voice? Sheila, I'm gonna eat some Hot Pockets. I'm gonna smush them. I don't know what happened to my voice just now. Anyways, we watched the Until Dawn trailer, and we both liked it a lot. Actually, once the trailer came out, I get that they're changing the storyline from the game. But dude, the scares, the monsters, there's so much in there that looked fucking badass. We actually got really excited for it once we'd actually saw the trailer. So I hope it's everything you want it to be.
You didn't like it?
Gary didn't like it. He didn't like it because it has nothing to do with the game apparently. I don't know the game story enough, but from what it sounds like, it would be pretty hard to.
Brandon Ferguson came in and he's a fan as well, and he had said something about it's a choice-based game, so adding the time thing in it makes sense. I don't know. We have to go back and I'm not familiar enough with it, but that's what another fan said. So you all fight it out, mud wrestle, and I want to watch.
I would, yeah, let's do that. Can you guys just like be live in the same room, just wrestling and jelly? I would love to see that very much. Dude, you missed it just a second ago. My voice went out. I sounded just like RFK Jr. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, I wish it could happen all the time. They'll get you. They'll get you. But you're right, Mr. L. I mean, really, why did you have to call it Until Dawn? Like, why not just make a movie with some of the same shit in it? I don't know. If you're not going to do it with the story of the game, why do you need the game? I guess for the IP for the studio, but I mean, original horror gets greenlit all the time, so I don't feel like they needed to. You got a point there.
Yeah, I mean, like you're asking why do they? I mean, I guess I get what you're saying because there's a lot of people that want to see something like Mass Effect be made, and it'd be a really hard ass thing to do because it literally is a choice based game, and people have in their heads the canon of Shepard. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a good movie though. Just on a movie alone, though, it looks good.
Have you made your decision yet about the Wolfman? Have you thought about it? Have you perused it in your mind's eye? You gonna put that in your gullet this weekend?
Do I want a hairy wolf cock in my mouth?
Well, to that, the answer is always yes.
That's going to be yeah, I get.
No judgment.
Yeah, I guess I'll go see it. Yeah, I guess I'll go see it.
You do it?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. We'll go see it.
Yeah. Well, all right. So then that means that on Tuesday we will have a review for the Wolfman.
Good job.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, but if you want to get it out early, if you want to do like a non-spoiler, that's cool either way because I know people want to hear about it early on. But
well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out because I mean, by Tuesday, I mean we don't have to do a spoiler review either because it'll be live. So I don't know. We'll do a review for it on Tuesday. Either way, I don't know when I'm going to see it either. But
Tomo got us. Mass Effect was. Well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm not nearly as excited as I was to go see it before.
It was the fucking reviews.
Yeah,
and also on the trailer itself was too. The trailer itself wasn't that great either. I mean, in my opinion,
the transformation was terrible. You know.
Yeah. Ryan Jubel's asking you, said, "Hey Mike, will Deion Sanders coach the Cowboys?" I saw that he was in the news about something about that, and then that Mass Effect thing. Yeah. Yeah,
I fucking hope not, Ryan. I can't stand fucking Deion Sanders. I've never seen a more look at me. I'm fucking narcissistic nutbag who's annoying as shit in my entire life. I mean, on one hand, at least they'll get him away from college kids because with the college kids, he literally steals any spotlight they have and makes it about him.
That's the last thing I knew about him was he was coaching Colorado. That was it.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking obnoxious too. But if he goes to Dallas, dude, oh my God, the coverage. That's all we're ever going to hear or see. And they're just going to be blowing him left and right until he finally goes 6-9 or whatever the fucking gets out of there. But
I'm not even understand. Like, was Deion that good as Colorado's head coach? Well,
no, he's amazing as a football player. So what he did was he was good at like Jacksonville State or some shit like that. Gets the job at Colorado, which is a bigger school than he was at. Goes in there, brings a TV crew in there with him, tells the basically clears the entire football team. They were terrible before he got there. They had like one win or some shit. Goes in there and tells them all basically they're pieces of shit and they're not good enough. And he's going to bring his people in, gets all these college kids who probably did, they weren't good, but they were living out, their dreams, gets them out of there, brings in a bunch of transfers, talks a bunch of shit, brings the sidelines are like just filled with celebrities and all this shit like that. They're like the cool new sneakers or whatever. Like it like has rap concerts for us. Like it's a bunch of dumb shit that like, it's like fucking it's like a reality.
It sounds
show,
exploitative. Basically. I'm surprised they even let him do it.
Yeah. Oh, they loved it, dude. And every single college announcer was like, Coach Prime. Yeah, Coach Prime, and it's fucking obnoxious as shit. And then they finally got invited to a party and got to touch a girl's titty or something. But they did get better. He did make them better though. I mean, all that attention and stuff. All these recruits started coming there because they wanted to be a part of the party and they wanted to get the dude. His fucking son's out there like after games after he beats people. He's like, check out my Rolex, and like it's not about football at all. It's obnoxious as shit. I hate it.
That's gonna get
it's
you.
everything
That's
wrong
gonna go
with
over
football,
well.
dude. Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yes.
but Tomo Gato did say Mass Effect was made. It was made as a Halo TV series, which that show sucked. So if that's what I guess you are right. Yeah, they recycled it because it was something like I think that's what happened. Funding got dropped or something, and they just recycled the script into the Halo show. That makes sense. It was awful.
Oh, that's
awful decision.
Yeah, dude. I don't understand these video game adaptations, what they're thinking. Elijah Cole said, "Do you think the Titans will be good with Dion's son, with Shadir?" No, I don't think the Titans. But then again, I thought Will Levis was going to be good, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I thought Will Levis was going to be so fucking good, and he sucks shit. The Titans might be doing. I think Aaron Rodgers goes to the Titans. I think that's what's going to happen.
Your dreams can finally be realized.
No, dude, it's not. I don't know. Rodgers has just signed with the Tennessee Titans. No, I do believe that he will, though. Yeah, and then they'll draft someone like Shitter, and they'll sit for a couple of years and learn from him. I bet you 100 bet.
Well, the only last thing I'll talk about, it's brief. Oh, go ahead. I didn't know there was a chat.
Yeah. Bobby 80 says, "What's more fun to do, doing prosthetic effects in movies or doing motion capture in video games?" I would say prosthetic effects would be where my I just stick a bunch of balls on people and have them run around. I mean, it'd be fun if you're the one in the balls.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
playing with balls. But I'd still go doing prosthetic effects. Good question.
I think motion capture video would make you very self-conscious. The fact that you got to put spandex on, your fat rolls are all hanging out, and they're like, "We're going to record this and put this in a game so people can see your fatness." And you're like, "Oh, I see." I'd probably do the prosthetic effects. It would be cool to actually learn how to do that shit and work along somebody that knew what they were doing and then watch them do it. That'd be cool. Like I give you imagine working along like someone like Tom Savini and doing all the practical effects and prosthetics and shit.
Tito Sancho says, "Can tell you didn't play. Dion's promoting the school and the players like a fight promoter." Yeah, dude. And he's when they don't do well, he buries them in front of the press and everybody because he has absolutely no humility whatsoever. He put those kids on camera, looked them in the face when he got there, and said, "Fuck you, you suck. Get out of here. You're not good enough to play for me," and put that shit on film. He's an asshole. That's my opinion. Whether he played or not, that has nothing to fucking do with it.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down. Yeah. You're obviously a Colorado fan.
Looks like that guy's an asshole. Well, he's leaving. So I don't know what you're going to say next, but I actually do know what you're going to say next.
Yeah, it's only a brief thing. And I know that I personally don't care because I'm not going to get it. But the Nintendo Switch 2 was actually officially announced. I think it was a few hours ago. So it looks, it's talking about pretty much all the leaks confirmed that it's going to be a little bit. They haven't really given a lot of specs for it necessarily. I know they're using. I think the screen is an inch bigger than. That's what she said. An inch bigger than the original Switch, and then the Joy-Con sticks are magnetic, which I don't know if that makes sense. They haven't given a price point for it. They're going to give more details on it, I think, when they do their show. But I know a lot of people are going ape shit for this. Now, here's the question. It's an OLED screen, which is what they came out with a few years ago for the when they I don't know when Nintendo Switch, and then they had the OLED screen. So it was $350. Now, the price point on this, not sure. I don't know. I would say they're probably going to go with about 400. I would say, or 420. Not 420, 400. 420. They're not going to be smoking weed, but I'd say 400 on this one. 100%.
Dude, I every time I see one in the store, I'm like, those things look fucking cool, and
they're cool.
I know I wouldn't play it.
The problem with the Switch, if you're a Nintendo Uber fan, you're all about it. I mean, in a classic catalog, you can go back in the Nintendo store and you can play the old Super Mario games, Mario World, all the other stuff. But it's just not. I don't know. It's a cool, convenient thing to have as a handheld. You can walk around with it. And it is neat that you can take it off the dock. Oh, that's another thing too. It also had 2C USB ports to it now, so you don't have to have a dock to charge it. You can just charge it off of a regular USB, which is cool. But I personally I would stick with Sony or Xbox because again, this is working for Nintendo having the handheld thing. But I personally have never been a big fan of it. I think Nintendo could be. Well, I think Nintendo could be a competitive. They're obviously doing well with this, but I really wish they'd come out with a console that would, I don't know, have a little bit more power, a little bit more oomph to it.
Yeah, I really wish that they would, just come out with a regular sit down and play thing again, like a new GameCube. Like, dude, how badass would it be if they came out with like GameCube 2026?
I would love it.
And it was like all updated and it had its own Nintendo feel to it. Or the Nintendo 64 was one of the best fucking consoles of all time, dude. If they came out with something like that again, oh my God, we'll never see it.
No, and also I understand why they do it. Why would they let any other studio or other consoles have access to like their catalog of games like Zelda or Mario and put it on? But it is kind of shitty, so that you can't go you can't go on Xbox or PlayStation and play Mario. You have to get a Switch. But I understand the selling point. But I always feel like I don't know. It is what it is. But I know that some people were like wanting to know or interested in Nintendo Switch. I know that Michael Parton's a big Switch guy, Nintendo guy, so. Just thought I'd throw it out for y'all.
Yeah, no, I fucking. Well, the good news is when this comes out, the other ones will go cheaper. So my poor ass can go buy me a regular Nintendo Switch and start playing all the old games because I don't give a fuck about what's new anyway.
Get it on a firm. If you're gonna get the Switch, dude, the only thing only thing that was interesting to me was the back catalog of Nintendo games you could play. That was it.
Yeah, yeah. That's
shit I don't care about.
That'd be fucking man. I never even thought about that. Like Nintendo does not have a gaming console currently other than that. And like, I wish they did. There is this, by the way, I forgot about. It's pretty cool. The 28 years later had a magazine article come out about it, covering it. And these new stills came out from 28 years later, dude.
Oh.
That's fucking badass looking. Like that's the guy everybody thought was Cillian Murphy. Obviously it's not Cillian Murphy, but dude, that's so cool. And then when you see this next shot, can I make this big? That's what she said. When you see this next shot, when you see the difference between the infected then and now is that they're all starved, right? So then you see this and look behind these dudes at the horde, dude, where the infected are all. Let me see if I can make this bigger. God damn it. How many times am I going to say that? No, it won't get any bigger. Yeah. It's my poor wife. But yeah, dude, when you see them back there, that's what it's like when you go to the 76 station in Harlan, Kentucky at like 1 a.m. and the meth heads see you.
Yeah.
Come get you.
I think it's crackhead Joe's out there. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They're all like fucking like, how fast can they run, dude? If they're all starving and shit, their knees would pop.
They got that Gatorade. They got them electrolytes. Fast twitch.
I think that movie's going to be great, dude. It's been a while since I've seen a good zombie movie, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking pumped as well. And then the last thing that came out, finally, this is just a little story, but James Mangold, as we all know, is going to do Swamp Thing for the DCU. But he did say that he's going to make sure. He said it right here. While I'm sure DC views Swamp Thing as a franchise, I would be viewing it as a very simple, clean, gothic horror movie about this man/monster just doing my own thing with this, just to stand alone. James Mangold hates fucking franchises, and I'm kind of all right with it.
That's exactly how, you know what, his take on how to make Swamp Thing successful is exactly what you want to hear from a director making a movie like that. And I hope that when they ever get back to doing an Incredible Hulk movie, they do the same kind of, like, a director takes that same kind of approach. Because the Hulk is like, they always just try to make him like, I understand, like, he's the Avengers guy, and Hulk's boss, all that shit, but like, it's actually he's got more of a tragic backstory than I think the Hulk TV show did it best with Bill Bixby. So yeah, I think that's great. Good on him.
Man, and looking at that picture though, they really did a fucking great job with that TV show. Like, I can't believe that didn't sell. Swamp Thing looked fucking awesome. The TV show.
It was great. Yeah,
just right there, dude. He looks so fucking cool. I cannot believe that didn't work. I'm bummed. Swamp Thing's a really cool character, man.
Yeah,
I hope they can figure it out.
It's just that studio Marvel exhaustion, dude. Everything's got to be a part of a connected universe. They got to do some multiversal shit. They got to do this. They got to do that. That's why they don't want to tell these independent stories.
Yeah, and I love that. I didn't like that Mangold was shitting on Deadpool Wolverine just because he wanted his to be this and that or whatever. And sometimes he can write a fucking make a banger of a movie, and then sometimes he can make a movie that's kind of boring and stale. Hopefully Swamp Thing's another fucking James Mangold banger. We'll find out.
Did you hear about Black Panther?
Yeah, he's black.
Yeah, he is. That's what I heard. I didn't know. I couldn't see.
Panther.
I didn't know if he was. If he's black. Robin had been enticed. Like, wait, he's black? No, they're actually going to go ahead and supposedly the rumor is they're going to recast the part, and they're going to use the multiversal angle to bring him in. That's what they're going to do. So, I mean, because
it makes sense.
Well, the Chadwick Boseman, they were like, yeah, we're not going to recast that part because it was so significant and he died so tragically, and they didn't want to do it. Like, fuck with it right now. But yeah, I mean, Black Panther is he's one of the most popular characters in Marvel's lineup. You can't just not have him. So using the multiversal angle, which I hope to God, once we get the X-Men in, the Fantastic Four, and all this shit is done, the multiversal stuff stops for a while because it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think if you're going to bring him back, that's the perfect time to do it. But they need to sit down, really have a heart-to-heart, write out a list of the shit that they really want to have done that they can use this crutch of the multiverse to do. Do them with like one last movie or whatever, and then you're right. Can it close the multiverse like my wife's vagina closes whenever she sees me playing video games? You know, like close that thing, lock it up tight.
So I can't believe I married that thing. It's like, yeah, you did. Aren't you excited?
And finally, to cap us off, JT Owsley with the sweet super chat here. Thanks, buddy. He said, you guys killed it with your first week of daytime live streams. Insert your own joke here. Cock balls, fuck tits.
There you go, man. You know, your mom is lovely. Your mom is lovely.
Yeah.
And I hope God you get to live out your fantasies of fucking her one day.
But the sex was mid, but the tea afterward was delicious. So 10 out of 10. We'll come back. No, thanks, man. We hope you guys have enjoyed this week. We're going to do it again next week. We're going to keep it going. We've enjoyed doing it. It feels good.
That's great.
I think it's awesome. We'll get the internet issues and the sound issues sorted out. We're going to try to make these streams a little better every single time. So we'll keep working on that for you. I might be next week. I might try to simultaneously stream to YouTube and Instagram Live. So that might be a new thing that we try. See if we can open up a couple more hatches in there. But we're up for any tips or anything you guys would like to see. Please let us know. We're always open to it, and we really appreciate you guys doing this. And we'll see you with Wolfman on Tuesday.
For sure. Thank you, guys.
Have a great fucking weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye. It's only Thursday. Don't forget, some of you fuckers, you still got to go to work tomorrow.